Look at some of this footwear we got going on here, y'all.
We about to pray for you.
We're gonna get a look at some of this footwear right quick. Let's look at some of this footwear.
No, flapping down, you probably
What in the I've got a feeling in the Michael Jackson kind of style is that? What the world's going on?
different page.
When they kept saying your damn name, I said,
Get off the page.
Blue Cheese, the one used to rap?
Yeah.
He said, I think so. I said, I need to get him to make me an intro. Well, I thought that made me an intro, doggone it. Woo.
Slappy adventure. I'm on a slappy adventure. I'm on a slappy adventure. When I'm on them 2 wheels, ain't no telling where I end up. Slappy adventure. I'm on a slappy adventure. I'm on a slappy adventure. When I'm on them 2 wheels, ain't no telling where I end up. Slapping on my clutch, rolling on my throttle, on the custom seat, straight from Breezy Ryder. I didn't do no trade, the wings still in the garage. Stopped off in the smoky just to cop me a home. First thing I do is make it count for me, even if it mean breaking the warranty. Gotta get my shots right, I'm a big boy. Gotta pipe it out, feel and hear that rumble noise. I'm on 2-wheel breeze, feel the peace, set the destiny, and seat times what ahead of me. They call me Slappy, let me take you on an adventure. I ride spring, summer, fall, even winter. I be camping out for a few hours. I like to hit it, feel that horsepower. I always chuck the deuce when I'm on the glide. I don't care club or night, just shut up and ride. Slappy adventure. I'm on a slappy adventure. I'm on a slappy adventure. When I'm on them 2 wheels, ain't no telling where I end up. Slappy adventure. I'm on a slappy adventure. I'm on a slappy adventure. When I'm on them 2 wheels, ain't no telling where I end up.
All right, you guys, this is old Slap Dog. Very moved about the things that went on today. Sensei put that video out there, and man, I'm telling you what, boy, y'all move me now. Yeah, he's right on all counts, you know. I ain't gonna really ask nobody for nothing. I was at my mom's house about 2 weeks ago, and I mean, you know, they retired and all that, and they know me. My mom and dad know me. My mom asked me, she said, you know, how are your finances? I just kind of looked at her, and she said, how's your finances? I mean, who in the world could be off work 8 months and your finances is not, you know, if you're not struggling a little bit. But just a PSA, you know, I'm 55 years old, and thank God I still have my parents, and been dealing with this back issues for a lot of years. A lot of people say, man, I'm sorry you had back surgery. Well, I'm not, because I'm glad I had back surgery. I finally got some answers. I've been getting the runaround. You know, you hear about people getting the runaround from doctors and people just to take your money, and I fell victim to that, man. I really do feel like I fell victim to that. And the doctors that I thought was helping me were just padding their pockets, you know, injections and different things, and I was just getting worse and worse over the last 15 to 20 years, worse and worse. And it got to the point where it shut me down. The shots and injections and the ablations, it didn't take no more. It didn't help. I mean, legitly, it did not help. But now I did have his back surgery. The doctors that I was going to, after Thumper came in there and demanded a full MRI of my back, you know, you gotta be an advocate for yourself. You know, new wife, you know, I've been knowing Thumper for years and years, but You know, now she's my wife, so she can kind of, you know, talk for me and stuff like that. So demanded the full MRI of the back, and they did it. And once it came back, they walked in there, first thing they said, we got to have surgery. And they was wanting to do rods and screws and pins in my back. And you know, we were like, man, we've been getting the runaround for this for so long. Do we want to trust them with a surgery like that? And so she seeked out a second opinion, and we got the second opinion. And that was the best move for me. I'm like, daggone. So we went with the neurologist because it's more neuro pain if you know much about it. But anyway, fast forward. Man, I was on the, if y'all see the videos at the Polar Bear run this year, me and Charlie B's I was in the car, but I mean, I was on the cane. And I could have rolled and hobbled around a little bit, but I had surgery on the 6th. And I just didn't want to risk catching a cold because it wasn't super cold that day, but I didn't want to catching a cold or something like that. And I know I was going to go under anesthesia and all that. I wanted this surgery because the doctor gave me some hope. I mean, he did. And the things that he's done to me relieved a lot of pain, but now I got healing pains. But this is one of 3 surgeries, man, that they already done told me, 1 of 3, and they didn't get to finish this one. And he's a great doctor, real serious, but he's a good enough doctor to know when he lost that signal, he stopped. You know, he stopped cutting and whatever. You know, some doctors will keep on pushing because they just gonna do whatever. I didn't want to hear that when I come out of anesthesia, but I was glad to hear that he didn't just start cutting away at stuff, right? So now I'm healing from that. And I got a couple of more, you know, knee surgery, you know, playing sports as a kid, jumping around. I'm a country boy, man, you know, jumping, falling out of trees and riding bicycles and, you know, riding motorcycles and stuff like that. Never had a bad wreck on a motorcycle. I busted my hind end a few times acting a fool. You know, I was a willy boy, you know, riding willies and stuff. So, lead up to now. You know, everybody that you watch on TV or your finance planner always have 6 to 8 months of finances put up. And I did that. And then I took out my short-term disability with my job, and I took out long-term disability. So I took the insurances to make sure if something like that happened to me, that I would be took care of. You know what I'm saying? I would have something coming in. So, short-term MetLife is 100% good. They're awesome. Short-term was on top of it. They didn't hesitate. Wasn't no haggling with them. MetLife is who they was. They was awesome. So, Aflac is who took over my long-term. Supposed to be a smooth transition, going from MetLife to Aflac, long-term to short-term. You got short-term of 6 months, and then long-term is after the 6 months, and then you get that, and it's good for 2 years. It ain't no whole bunch of money. I mean, it's like $2,000 a month. But with the savings that I had, and I live well below my means anyway. You know, I got a 100-year-old house, you know, damn near a 25-year-old truck. You know, my granddad left me my 64. You know, my bikes, you know, all that. I live well below my means than anybody that's you know, that's got a, you know, 55 years old, has got bikes and likes to ride and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's getting tight around here when your money just nothing coming in at all. You know what I'm saying? Thumper, you know, she's thank God she's here with me, and she helps out a whole lot, but that's a lot of strain on her. And we just don't want to be in that situation, you know, catastrophic failure. So, you know, me and Sensei talk a lot. And, you know, I was talking to him about some things and all that. You know, Sensei's kind of he's one of them kind of guys you love or hate him. You know what I'm saying? He, you know, and we were talking and stuff like that. He said, man, I'm going to put that out there, man, so we can get you some finances. You know, my pride. I mean, somebody asked me, what can I do for you? I'm not going to say nothing. You know, what can I do for you, man? What do you need? I'm not going to say nothing, man. You know, but he know that. He was like, man, I'm going to do it. So we did it, and this is where we are now. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. But the wife, she started a GoFundMe page because I didn't know that Cash App had a cap on how many times you can get a transaction a day. And y'all reached that cap quick. And so I mean, it stopped, man. So you know, I got Zelle and all that kind of stuff. So the people that wants to give, I appreciate it. I mean, you know, gotta drop some pride. John D was right. He knows it. He calls me up. You know, I know you ain't gonna ask. You know, I'm a prideful man. You know, I just don't know, man. My mom and dad has been there for me. They've been there for me, y'all. I've been there. You know, it's just tough. And my little sister and her husband, my brother, I call him brother, Rick. They be on it, man. And a few other guys, Monk and Robert White, Sensei, y'all been on top of it. A few more. I can't keep up right now with what's going on, man. It's just amazing to me. Joe Boy, man, Joe Boy didn't know me from a can of paint, and he stepped right on in, you know, and it's very humbling. I'm not gonna say embarrassed, but you know, I don't know what the feelings I'm feeling. I'm a little embarrassed, but I had everything in place. And the reason why it's tough right now because AFLAC kind of reneged on what they supposed to be doing after the 6 months. So, and I've been going back and forth with them like crazy. And then it turns out they gonna tell me in the fine print that to have to start getting paid that little piece of money, $2,000 a month, after they tax it, I have to be off work a full year. Or they don't even pay. So you go from 6 months of getting MetLife, which is probably, I think that was like 60% of your pay, to going to AFLAC, which is like $2,000, and they won't even pay until you've been off a year. So if you go and turn around and go back to work, you know, 11 months after after you've been out of work, they don't pay. So all you got to build up from scratch and things. I'm telling you, man, that ain't right. So if you guys got AFLAC as an elective, y'all might want to check that fine print, man, because I'm sorry. And I'm not ragging on them or trashing. I'm just telling y'all my story. They put me in a bad spot. And I've paid for the last 10 years, really about 40 years, because I've always had it with my other jobs and never needed it. But I've paid that with this job now for 8 years. And when it got time for me to pull that money out, they reneged on me and come up with all this fine print. So that's where I'm at now. It's rough, you know, but you know, God always has me up under His wing. You know, I know I'm gonna do better, and with you guys' help, I am doing better. I mean, I really felt comfortable with it, but the Cash App got to acting crazy. I'm like, wow, what's going on with this? So we went ahead and got a GoFundMe going, and you know, the link's down below. And I appreciate whatever you do. You know, like I said, my mom and dad they've been there for me, you know, more than you can imagine. My little sister and them has, and a few of you guys have. And I know a lot of people ain't doing it for recognition, but it's humbling, man. I mean, I'm an old country boy. I'm prideful, boy. That right there, it kind of got me all up. You know, that had me a little teary-eyed, feeling some kind of way, as I used to say. But I work hard for the little things that I've got, and I want to try to keep them. You know, I want to keep them, man, because Sensei's right. You know, that riding them motorcycles make me sane. I ain't wrapped too tight, man. Motorcycles keep me aligned and keep me from losing it. Poor thumper, right? So, again, that's what's going on. That's why if these people would pay the insurance and the things that I took in place just in case something happens, if they would do the right thing, I wouldn't be in this pickle. But I'm kind of in a pickle right now. And with all the therapy and the workouts and all that I've been doing, it's kind of woke up a few other pains and aches in my body that you know, the other two surgeries, I know at least one more surgery is very necessary. And then we'll talk about the knee. We'll talk about the knee later on. Anyway, appreciate it. The link's down below. It's your boy Slap. Peace. I'm doing this about 3 o'clock in the morning. I probably just woke Thumper up. Peace.
Cut! Hit that like bell, baby. Share, subscribe.
If you was wondering of all the things that I have on my bike, Darkness, my 2025 Honda Golden Wing, here they are. Links are down below. Please like, share, and subscribe.
Hey, thanks for watching another episode of Slappy Adventures. Please like, share, and comment. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Hey, stay tuned for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.